Well, we've got Carabao Cup action this week. Nottingham Forest versus Leeds, Jeff, is one of the matches that we'll be seeing this week. And we just saw them play each other over the weekend. Leeds got the 1-0 win. This was
at the same ground.
At the same ground. So basically, could we see the exact same matchup, or do you think that we might see something a little bit different in this one?
This is going to be very similar and completely different, is the bottom line.
It's a little bit of both.
Yeah. Wow, what great analyst. I'm intrigued.
Which was explained by both coaches ahead of this. Yeah, it's a quirk of fate, isn't it? And you could say, is that going to be in the back of Forest's minds? Does it give Leeds confidence going into the game? But the answer is no, because both will rotate. Not necessarily massively, but both will rotate. They'll look to use fringe players, ease players back in, players who are coming back from injury. So Daniel Farke said yesterday, and I do like the way he phrased it, he said, look, winning, obviously, in competitions, he said, I like the do-or-die nature of this. You know, it's not like a league game where you can put it into perspective across a season. So somebody will win this match, but this is not the Champions League final. This is not the Champions League final. But also, again, you look at Leeds last season, they got to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. They had a great run, and that did a lot of good for the club. So I think both will treat it seriously. They will treat it seriously, but at the same time, they know their season isn't riding on it. It's one of those, if they go out, they're not going to be too downbeat, but at the same time, winning breeds confidence. You want to get that first win. You want to get going in the season as well. I kind of liken the early rounds of the Carabao Cup for Premier League teams. It's a bit like, especially for their supporters, how seriously should the supporters take it? How much should they invest in it? I think it's a bit like going out. You don't really feel like going out. You say, oh, all right, I'll come along then.
Until you're out.
Then okay, I'll have. Yeah, I don't, all right.
Very good. First vodka Red Bull.
I'm gonna have one drink. I'll maybe, and then you get out, and then you get into it, and then all of a sudden it's a belting night.
Then Bob Sinclair's like spinning, and you're saying, you know what? Since we're here, let's enjoy it.
Exactly.
But again, for me, Oliver Glasner, this is a moment for him to continue to work, because he's, you know, you're thinking about coaches coming into a new atmosphere. You're learning about some of the depth pieces you have. So for this competition, to your point, it's not the end-all, be-all, but it's an opportunity for him to continue to further his plan with this group and learn about the group a little bit more. So I do think both teams will try and go for the win, but they'll be rotating their squads.
It's funny because Oliver Glasner is obviously a very experienced coach. When asked about the lineup, who's playing, all those type of things, understandably evasive. He gave clues, he gave hints. He said, I'm not going to rotate for the sake of rotation. But the one thing, it's like he switched persona. He was so clear on, he said, but as you know, we are after 2 players, and I can tell you, those 2 players will be arriving in this window. So they said, OK, well, do you want to name names? No, you know, I never name names. I never name names. What position they play? No. He said, you can ask, but I won't answer it. But they've been so heavily linked with Liam Delap. So that would not remotely be a surprise if he ends up at Forest. But it's as though he's saying this is week 1. Yep. He thought they were stable defensively. He thought it was an OK performance against Leeds at the weekend. I mean, that was a game big on set pieces for both sides. And it was late on the goal as well. So he was relatively happy with it. But he hasn't got, if you like, he hasn't got everything organised as yet. These 2 signings are key. I'm not entirely sure who the second one is, but he was... what made me smile about it, he is so confident of these deals being done. Because when we talk about Glasner and how he will do it at Forest, it's entirely key on his relationship with the owner.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost like a threat also as well, because he's saying these better happen.
He's putting it out there already in the media.
Yeah, he's putting it out there to make sure that he's putting pressure on them to get the job done.
A little bit, but also I think he may well be saying, I've got great confidence in this owner, and we've agreed we're getting
it's a little bit of mind games.
I agree.
So then, based off the fact that he has said, hey, yeah, we do have 2 signings that are definitely going to happen, how much do you actually take away from the performance that you did see from them this weekend? Do you take too much out of it?
No, it's opening weekend. Honestly, it's when all of us in the media, when you're assessing teams after one game, it is you do have to apply perspective, but there are also some teams you see, and it either looks so good or so bad that you've got a pretty strong opinion. However, this is the middle ground, and this is a very, very consistent manager. Oliver Glasner, he's not somebody who's ever too high or ever too low, and he's a very, very good manager as well. He was like, yeah, opening weekend, yeah.
And that's what the game was, too, right?
Yeah.
That game should have ended 0-0. Neither team really created too much in the box, right? Very surprised if they don't get it done against the same exact team at home in the Carabao Cup. So I think they have a little bit more to play for, potentially, than Leeds. And I agree with what both you guys said. It's another opportunity for Glasner to kind of put his team out there. Might not be the exact same starting 11, but just showcasing his team and his players, kind of how he wants to play and continue to evolve throughout the season.
Yeah.
He did add Morgan Gibbs-White. The injury he picked up in the game will preclude him playing, so he'll probably be fit for Liverpool at the weekend.
Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.